Alright. Shalom. Labahoyim Shal Yasher Allah. Shalom. Labahoyim Shal Yasher Allah. Shalom. Labahoyim Shal Yasher Allah. First and foremost, gotta give all praises, honor, adulation, and glory unto Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who do indeed rule well and have always ruled well and have fed the flock, you know. And I want to give a hearty salutations, as usual, to all you Akim here on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in sincerity and in charity. All right, this is all about the brotherhood. Now, in this quick little video, in this short video, I only got a few scriptures to pull. You know what I'm saying? I only got a few scriptures to pull in this one, but I just wanted to make a short video dealing with who you are. You know what I mean? Like, who are you as a person? Now, there, you know for a fact you have DNA testing and things like that that's supposed to determine your origin as a person, but that's only dealing with the flesh. You see what I'm saying? Dealing with the flesh, you have your DNA, which deals with who you are physically. But now, in order for you to truly understand who you are, as it is written, you got to try the spirit by the spirit. You know what I'm saying? So, for all of you out there, you know what I'm saying, that wrestle with that who are you question, I should say, you gotta refer back to the scriptures. And again, this is really all about the brotherhood at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So when within the brotherhood, when you dealing with who are you, you know what I'm saying, you're dealing with what's going on with the spirit. It's the spirit that deals with your true identity, not the flesh. All right. So now, with that, I'm gonna go ahead and throw some scriptures at you. This is going to be the first scripture I'm going to go into is the book of Romans, the 8th chapter and the first verse, and it reads, "There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Hamashiach Yahushai, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit." Why? Because that is where your identity lies, okay, in the spirit. This is why the scriptures say flesh and blood cannot enter into the kingdom, because the flesh by itself, by nature, you see what I'm saying, only deals with the carnality. It doesn't deal with the actual who, okay? It doesn't deal with the definitive who. It only deals with what's on the outside, the tangible. You know what I mean? This is why, as it said in the book of Romans 8:1, you know what I'm saying, there is no condemnation in them which are in Hamashiach Yahushai, who walk not after the flesh, but after the spirit. Because the flesh is not how you identify yourself. The flesh is nothing more really and truly than just the casing. You know what I'm saying? The vessel and where your spirit dwells. All right. Continuing to the next one. This is gonna be the book of Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 10, and it reads, "For we are His workmanship, created in Hamashiach Yahushai unto good works." Did you hear that? For we are His workmanship. Whose workmanship? The Lord's workmanship. Okay. And it said created in Hamashiach Yahushai unto good works, which God hath before ordained that we should walk in them. Right. You see what I mean? Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, this is why our heritage is so important, because our heritage is of righteousness. Okay? We as a people were created to be the righteous. This is who we are. We are the righteous. You see what I'm saying? We are the work of the Most High, dealing with the righteous. All right? The scriptures say that the Lord created both light and darkness. He created good and evil. And so when it comes to your identity, that's no different. You know what I'm saying? We are the definitive that deals with the righteous. Okay. This is second Corinthians 5:17. "Therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature." Well, why is that? Well, when you look up the word creature and you break it down, the word creature simply means creation. Because we were created. You see what I'm saying? We were created. So how do we become a new creature? You know what I'm saying? It says, therefore, if any man be in Hamashiach, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. Why are all things become new? Because guess what? If we are in Hamashiach Yahushua, guess what? We're covered. You see what I'm saying? Hamashiach Yahushua, he is our covering. He he is the one that's going to be that cleansing when it comes to sins, especially dealing with this flesh. You see what I'm saying? This is why we can't identify ourselves with these ridiculous bywords and proverbs, because they're not of Yahweh Shai. We are the children of Israel. Ban Yasher Allah. We are the sons and daughters of the nation of Israel. Okay? So when it comes down to it, this whole thing about identity, it all lies in the spirit. If the spirit is righteous, then the identity is righteous. That's just the simplest understanding I can give to this whole thing. You know what I mean? You have a thing they call confusion of faces. Why? Because the flesh does not represent the spirit. The flesh does not represent the spirit. In fact, we all know this. The flesh is contrary to the spirit, which is why you can't marry the world into the truth. It's not possible. Because the lust of the flesh and the love of life is of the world. These things are not to be married into the truth, because it does not deal with our identity, okay? Scriptures tell you what the works of the flesh are. Abomination, all type of wickedness, lasciviousness, adulterous. These things, that's not us, okay? That's not us. We were created to be a holy priesthood, okay? A royal priesthood, as it's written in 1 Peter 2:9. Better yet, let me get it. This is 1 Peter chapter 2 and verse 9. It reads, but ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation. What does the word holy mean? The word holy means to be separate. Again, see, a lot of this stuff by now should pretty much be, you know what I'm saying, commonplace in our minds, because it's been repeated so many times. But repetition is how you learn, okay? A royal priesthood and holy nation, a peculiar people. The scriptures even tell you in the book of Deuteronomy that as a people, we were created to be above all the other peoples that are upon the face of this earth. This is not us being pompous. This is not us being proud. This is according to the Lord. This is according to the scriptures. This is our identity. This is who we are. That ye should shew forth the praises of him who hath called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. Who, again, who has called us? Who has supped with us? The scriptures talk about Yahweh Shai basically knocking upon the doorpost, man. That's how we were called. Okay? We heard this truth, and the Lord using this truth, using the apostles, using basically the apostles on down. You know what I'm saying? That was that catalyst for us being in the truth. We were being reintroduced to our heritage, man. Being reintroduced to who we truly are. Okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and get this one last scripture in closing. This is going to be the book of let's see here. But as many as received him, to them he give power to become the sons of God, even unto them. Yeah, First John chapter John chapter 1 and verse 12. But as many as received him, those that heard this word and believe, to them give he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name. So what does that tell you? That lets you know right there that there's power in who we are. The Lord himself making us what we were supposed to be according to this word. That was basically that power right there. That's what we are. You see what I'm saying? This is that power right here. Our heritage. It's a very powerful thing. This is why it was important for Esau to steal that from us, man, to keep it from us even. So with that being said, you know what I mean, I'm going to go ahead and close in saying that, again, all things are according to the Spirit, all right? Our identity is who we are deals with our spirit, not our flesh. DNA and all those different things, they only determine that which belong unto the flesh, the vessel. That's it. That's all the DNA. That's all that DNA truly identifies. It identifies the actual vessel, but it's the spirit. Again, try the spirit by the spirit. This is where our identity lies. And with that, in closing, I want to give all praise unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles of GMS once again, and a hearty salutations to all you Akim out there put on the four corners of the earth, pushing this truth in sincerity and charity. Okay, so understand this: all these different doctrines that deal with, you know what I'm saying, how we look on the outside. All these doctors that talk about how we look as far as skin color and all these different things. No, 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 no. These are fleshly variations that deal with how we look. Okay? That deals with the flesh. That deals with what's on the outside, the tangible. Okay? The stuff that's gonna pass away and be made anew. Okay? We're gonna have new bodies. These bodies right here are not a representation of who we truly are. Okay, our true identity lies within our spirit. Okay, that's why you have situations where you will see people seemingly of the other nations that got funk like Jake, that got spirits like Jake, that dance like Jake, that create like Jake, that think like Jake, period. Okay, and you even have people that look like the other nations that's in this truth, that's down with this truth. Okay, so with that being said, once again, I'd like to say Shalom, Labachoyim, Shal Yashar Allah, peace be unto the elect, chosen of the nation of Israel. Shalom.